Cool kids. What it is. How is you? Don't mind if I do. Woohoo. So, cool kids, I wanted to tell the cool kids today that it's okay to buy the piddly things. You don't just have to buy the big lots and get the big ounces. Sometimes you buy a little lot and you get a lot. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Wow. 0.2658 troy ounces. That's not a lot, but it sure enough is more than zero. And zero don't make you a hero. So why am I making a video about 0.2685 ounces? Because as it turns out, we got this pretty cheap. Yeah. Because we were buying the unusual cool kids. Don't worry, I'm taking my morning vitamins. Cool kids, I gotta tell you, sometimes the little things in life are where it's at. Some of the most valuable silver items I've ever gotten are tiny little dinky things that everyone else misses out on. Now, this lot is not that at all. But it is a fine and stark reminder that not all of the finest silvers are, huge. Some of them are quite tiny, and that's okay. That's okay. We're going to use these flips. Because we're going to put them in flips. Because we're going to make little, what do I call them? Silverbacks. Silverbacks. I want my silverbacks. And you know what? I think I got a bunch of these, so we're just going to use 3 of these. Even though they're too big and it's goofy to do it, we're just going to do it. We're going to do it for fun. We're going to do it because we can. So let me grab my stapler and show you guys what I got in my hand. Oh yeah. Where is that stapler? Thing be traveling on me. Things travel around here. Hold on, let me pause. We're caught in a trap. I can't get out because I love silver too much, baby. All right, cool kids. So here's our first delicious coin. Ooh, look at that. It's got luster buster. Wow, look at that coin. Isn't that nice? Ooh. Kangaroo boobs. Wow. Ooh, look at me. I'm a cool kid. And the flip's old AF. All right. 0.084. Now you'll notice the coins we got here, they all have about the same amount of silver in them. And silver's going up. When I started this video, silver was $39.20. It's now $39.34. Yay! Let's hope that continues until it's time for me to buy again. Then I want silver to go down. Cool kids. So, let me see what I paid for all this so I can figure out if we even did good. Bear with me, guys. We got this lot. This was all in a lot. So here's another lustrous coin. Ooh, delicious. Usually these things are all beat up and green. So actually these are actually pretty nice for the, It's like when you get a war nickel that's not hideous. Because you guys have seen some beat up war nickels. You know what I'm talking about. So let's see here. I got a bunch of stuff in my inbox. Offer declined. Well, that seems suboptimal. All right. Well, I've been trying to get some nice dates. And it's not working out. On some of these offers. But sometimes they work out. So that's fine. That's fine. So I'm doing a date run, cool kids. And you guys may not know this, but date runs are fun. And AG Stacker 1776 is doing one, and so is our good friend, the Kansas Kid. I'm still waiting on Tom's Coins to get his head and get on board the gospel train. You know what I'm saying? But look, this is the straight gospel, right? The gospel of silver. Yep, you're hearing it first. I won't be too sacrilegious though, because there was this whole thing with the shekels and Judas Iscariot, so I don't want to get too blasphemous here. Yeah, I don't want to hear that nonsense. So, oh my God, did you hear what he said? Oh my goodness, he didn't have a script. You can tell because he said some dumb stuff on that. It's kind of funny. Look, now since we're doing deep thoughts, you remember how people used to get offended about blaspheming and sacrilegious and all this stuff, right? Which yeah, they went a little overboard. They went a little overboard back in the day, but at least they kind of meant well. Like they were worried about your soul, maybe. I like to think maybe the genuine. But now folks be getting offended about the opposites. The opposite of religious reasons, the anti-religious reasons, and to me that's just as silly. Cool kids, let's think this out. If we are getting hurt and offended and our panties in a bunch because someone doesn't agree with us, then we need to reflect within ourselves why we feel so offended. Why does our position need that much belief? You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to believe whatever you want, but when you start feeling that others must agree with you or you can't possibly be in their, presence. Well, I think you jumped the shark a little bit. I think the exchange of ideas is the whole point, right? Perceptions, ideas, thoughts, right? This is what it's all about. So anyway, what I want to do now is tell you guys what I paid for all this. So, and then leave some feedback. Okay, we paid $10.50 for all this. $10.50, and I gotta grab my needle nose pliers because Tom's Coins always tells me I gotta smash some staples. Yep. So. And I bet you down home is going to watch this because him and my goodness, we got so many cool kids. You know this, and I can't mention all the cool kids. But I'm gonna just, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just tag all the cool kids. All the cool kids are gonna get tagged. But it's hard to, some of y'all make content, some of you don't. So like, I can't be like a shout out to my boy who never makes content and all they do is but if they do make content, I always like it and I boost it if I see it. You know what I'm saying, guys? So if you want me to boost something, let me know. I got you. If I know you're a good channel and you're honest and you're good people, I'll boost you. But Jerry Parker's got cool videos, but he just don't make a lot of them. So if you want to wait up for cool videos, Jerry Parker's your guy, And we got a lot of cool cats that they get in here and they comment and they watch my videos. I think there's like 6 of them. 6 people that watch my stuff, which is great. It's great. But I don't mind. Let me get this written down here. So what we got to do now is figure out if we got a good deal. We paid $10.50 for these 3 coins. Here we go. And they all seem to be AU-ish to me. AU. This one might even be Mint State. Okay. But we got some AU. Maybe extra fine. But we're definitely looking at higher grade coins here. Okay, so what do we got here? Let's start at the beginning. Let's see. We got this nice sterling silver 6-pence, Australia, 1939, right? With the cool, sweet Kiwi And the lovely, lovely kangaroo with some toning on its bum. Its bonbon is toned up. Yeah, gotta tone that bun. Gotta tone that. Ooh, we're at 39.33 an ounce. That's always fun. All right, here we go. So here we go. First, we got to figure out what we paid for it. But in order to do that, we got the ASWs. Now, I happen to have the ASWs for these memorized, but that's okay because I don't expect you guys to, so we'll go ahead and show you what they are. But trust me, well, this one's already on the flip, so I don't even have to write that one out. But these two, they're in brand new Joshi flips. Now, this coin actually is a little buggered up. You see that? Yeah. Some nice bag marks, maybe. But still, it's, like I said, it's got good details on it. It wasn't circulated a lot. It might have, maybe it was on the bottom of the shovel when they scooped it out. But this coin seems to be really pretty decent. Really decent. Decent coins. Not bad. These are not, these aren't worn out coins. These coins got some nice luster on them. I'm not saying they're worth anything over. I'm really not. But here we go. So, 1939, the 6 pence. 6 pence. You know what I need to do? I need to get a little stand. This can be my little stand. Here we go. Oh boy. Let me zoom back. Yeah. Look, here's the turd. The turd's here. She's always here. And the renegade. The renegade is here. Let's see the renegade. Oh, the renegade. Renegading. And the turd. She's turding. All right, here we go. This can be our stand, so you guys have something to look at while I look stuff up. All right, here's the coin in question. Oh. All right, there we go. Now you got something to look at. Really feast your eyes on. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Just look at that. 1939, 6 pence. Australia. Now, you guys know about the old system, 6 pence, 3 pence, tuppence, right? What's 5 pence? If you said, what is 5 pence? Oh my goodness. So if you took a tuppence and a 3 pence, you'd have a 5 pence. But then if you take 6 pence, you've got a shilling. If you take 2 shillings, what do you got? A half crown. But what if you had what is a damn florin? No, florin's 2 shillings. Half crown's like an odd number. That's right. 2 shillings is a florin, and then a half crown is half a crown. It's not, it's 12 pence plus, so it's like 18 pence. Anyway, enough of that. It's a pretty interesting system, though. A lot of people don't know this, but 10 is a very limited system, whereas 3, 6, 12, 4, you see where I'm going? All the system that the British used to use was just divisible by all those different numbers, which gave you a lot of utility for precision on your pricing of your goods and services. So it actually had a lot of advantages. Problem is they got away from the sterling and they went to the craptastic 50%, which is what we're going to get into here in a second. But this coin is a 1939, 1.6 million, so not a huge vintage, actually. So it's in that condition, it's actually, honestly, it's it's probably, you could call it the key date, 39 and 40. Melbourne, I believe is the mint. Well, what year are you? Everybody, okay. I don't know if that's accurate. I'm gonna look on Numista, but we might have just this coin might have just paid for the whole lot. Honestly. Okay, yeah, I didn't. Sometimes I don't know all the key dates, guys, but it's looking to me like 1939 and 1940 are the key dates for this series, and that coin is high grade. Yeah, here's a minty fresh one. And here is our coin. Let me zoom back a little bit here so we can really explore the space. Yeah, I would say, we're definitely in the higher grades here. I don't know how much it's worth, though. Let's see here. Numista is usually a little more realistic. Okay, yeah, that seems a little more realistic. So it might be worth $8-9, but like I said, I paid $10.50 for all 3 coins, so I think we did okay, and I can live with it. I can dig it. Can you guys dig it? I can dig it. All right, so next up, we got to get the particulars on our other coin. The melt value on that coin right there is $3.32. Oh, for crying out loud. $3.32. Boom. There it is. 332. That's nice. We like that. So 332 is a good number to start with because remember, all these coins have similar ASWs. So 332 times 3 is going to be pretty close to 1050, right? So the other 2 coins have the exact same silver weight, and that is the 1941 shilling. Yeah, 1941 shilling. The melt value on that particular coin is $3.59. So, having said that, 359 is a pretty good number. There it is. Oh, for crying out loud. 359. Can we not right now? 359, and it's 0.0909. So let me put all that on the flip, and then we'll look here. There are no real key dates, I don't think, on these. I don't believe there's anything especially rare, but 41 is 8 million, so that's a lower mintage, and then 42 is the other one, and that one's quite a bit higher mintage, so not that big a deal either way. Our coins are in higher grade, but even at the highest possible grades, they're not worth very much, and that's okay. That's okay. So let me pause this and we'll write it on the flips. All right, so here's our coins: 1941, 1942, 13 million, 8 million, 1.6 million. Okay, we're gonna put all these in here, and then I'm gonna calculate. While I'm messing with this, I'm gonna calculate up what we paid per coin, and then we'll see if we're above or below melt. All right, we paid $39.75 an ounce, which is a little over melt. But, the coins are nice, so I'm okay with that. Remember, guys, always round up. So we paid $3.62, not 361 point whatever. It's $3.62, guys. Just round up to the nearest 1 cent for your coins. They're worth it. And then we paid $3.35 for our lovely little, very nice, very high grade 1939 key date. So $3.35. Remember to round up. It's not 334.695. No. It's $3.35. All right, guys. There you go. So we learned a little something today. We turned 3 coins into 19 minutes of fun. We talked about some great stuff, and we got to do some shout outs to some of the cool channels here on YouTube. So I want you to have an amazing day. I want you to thank your lucky stars that you get to be alive and to watch this, and hope that whatever comes next is even better, right? And I want you to like, share, and subscribe, all that jive. If you enjoyed the content, if you hated the content, let me know why in the comments. And I'm sure that I can send rain to set you straight. All right. Bye-bye.